Here we go. Welcome back to the PT Graduate Podcast. My name is Rich Ellis, and my guest today is Stephanie Lim Fong. Hi, Steph. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you going?
I'm very well. Great to see you. Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Really appreciate it. So let me tell you what I have got, and then you can fill in the rest. So, bit of celebration. I see that you are a fully fledged PT at AUT in the city.
Yes, brand new. Yep, brand new.
Congratulations.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Awesome. So, and prior to that, you've been a fitness instructor with them.
Yes. So
Yep.
I'm
In
still there as
this
a fitness instructor.
same location.
Yes,
Yeah.
still in the city. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is interesting. So New South Wales Rugby League.
Yes. That was only for one season. So I
Okay.
was working as a sports trainer for them.
Yeah.
When I did the PT course just a few years back, I did the advanced sports massage course at AUT as well.
Right.
And then the following year, I saw this ad, and it was for a sports trainer. I had no idea what it was. I think over in Australia, it's probably more of a well-known term because they actually have, I think, sports trainer certifications. But you basically just need to know sports massage, sports taping, and first aid.
Ah.
The sports taping I wasn't too great on, but they said
Yeah.
that's probably not such a big thing. But I worked with the referees team, so it was Canterbury Cup, which is the reserve grade of the where the Warriors play.
Ah.
And so whenever there were games based here in Auckland, I would work with the referees team. So
Oh, cool.
turn up, give them a quick massage for warm up, and give them a massage after the game as well. But
Mm.
during the game, I was pretty much the ref's water girl.
Ah.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Multiple talents. You have to do all sorts of jobs, don't
Yes.
you? Brilliant. So, prior to that, I'm not sure I've got this in chronological order, but you've got the Phoenix Nutrition business.
Yep. So I did a diploma in nutrition probably about 10 years ago. I haven't worked in a lot of nutrition in the last few years, but I just signed up to do the sports nutrition certification, which starts in October. So yeah, that'll go for a few months, and I think that'll just kind of round things out a little bit more for me in terms of nutrition and more within the PT industry as well.
Okay, so what were you doing with Phoenix? What
It
exactly
was
were you?
more clinical nutrition, so people coming with diagnosed illnesses,
Mm,
health issues. So obviously they've been to see their doctor, and they need to see a nutritionist just to get help
right.
around that particular condition.
Yeah. And so what does the did you say it's sports nutrition that you're adding on?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting just a little more certified in that area, and I guess more just updating, because it's been 10 years since I've done
Right.
sort of training in that area.
Yeah.
And I just find now, seeing clients within the gym, they're just wanting just that little bit more. And yeah, I just feel like this course will just round things out a little bit for me in
Brilliant.
terms of that area. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, next step is the athletic development coach for
Oh
Iron
yeah,
Up
that was
Sports.
Aaand Up Sports. Shout out
Okay.
to Aaand Up Sports, they're really awesome.
Ah,
So they train young athletes, so
right.
from 5 years old, I think through to about 18 years old. So the groups I was working with were sort of more 5 to 10-year-olds, I think. Um, and that's an after school evening program.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so amazing. Like all of these kids are just so passionate about their sport. So it can be, anything from rugby league, netball, baseball, yes, tennis players and golf players as well. And it's just basically them trying to, you know, build up their skills to help with their particular sport. So a lot of
Right.
things, speed, working on the acceleration, change of direction, and just general strength and conditioning as well.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
those guys are doing an amazing job, and I learned a lot from them. So yeah, that was really
So
awesome.
is it a franchise business that operates in lots of locations or
So they originally started in Australia. I
Yeah.
think it was Sydney. And then one of the guys brought it back here to Auckland, and he's got probably 5 locations, I think, around Auckland. Yeah, 5 that I can remember anyway.
Wow.
So around most, south, east, west, and north.
Yep.
So lots of
Yep.
different areas around the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
different days.
Fantastic.
As well.
And so do schools just sort of see his advertising and go, I'll sign my children up to this program as a supplement to their sports?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. And then I guess he's, kids within those clubs will talk to their teammates as well. And
Yeah.
just word of mouth as well. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see the successes that these kids get. Like, I was training some of them and just going, wow, one day,
Yeah.
that kid's probably going to be in the Warriors. That kid's going to be in the Olympics as an athletics,
Oh,
in a
really?
sprinter or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some amazing kids that go through there.
Awesome. Awesome. Some good grassroots stuff going on out there, isn't there, that we don't
Absolutely.
even hear about?
Yeah. Yeah. The grassroots is where it's at. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. You did some time with Matt at Invigorate?
Invigorate, yes. So Matt gave me my first job in the industry.
Cool.
So this is going back 2.5 years ago now. I think I started with him.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot from him. And what was really cool is we have a student at AUT Gym who's currently doing placement, and he took a class the other day. So he took the class. I'm kind of just on the sideline, kind of helping out, and gave him some advice at the end of it. And what was really cool for me afterwards was going, I was in this spot 2.5 years ago, and getting same kind of advice from Matt, and now here I am passing it on to a new generation within the industry, and that's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, good on you. You feel like you're already paying it forwards a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's something that I really want to do. Like, as I said, this is only my 3rd year in the industry. I've had so many people who have supported me and given me so much advice that I really want to give back as well. So that's something I'm really keen on doing.
That's awesome. I think it really is a supportive industry, isn't it? When you click with certain groups, everybody really wants the best for everybody else.
Yeah.
I think those people are the ones that don't see each other as a competitor, but see each other as a way of helping move things forward for everybody.
Absolutely. And that's kind of what surprised me a little bit compared to starting in the nutrition industry many years ago. And with this one, we've got the PT Council meetings. In my first year, I pretty much went to all of them until lockdown sort of shut us down a little bit. But I met so many amazing people in there who, I'm very lucky to call friends now, and they're just so supportive. And it was just really cool. Yeah, as you're saying, it's not like everyone's competing against each other. Everyone's actually cheering each other on and going, hey, that's really awesome. You've had the success. And that's really, really cool about it.
Sure is. It sure is. And then the last thing on my list was the kids basketball support. Your boys are into their basketball, aren't they?
Yes, they are. So they've been playing for probably 12-ish years now.
All right.
And they've both played for Auckland through the rep program. Probably have about, I don't know, 3 or 4 seasons each for both of them. And then they've both played for their high school as well. And yeah, in the last few years, I've managed their teams. I've done some strength and conditioning fitness with some of them as well. And I mean, the season's still not over. We are out there tomorrow for championships. So
all right.
We're still going. I just really love supporting the boys in their sport. We're a very sporty family. My husband and I both play sports as well. But in winter season, it's supporting the boys playing basketball. At the moment, it's just one of them playing. But I like to get involved. I love to go watch their games. In terms of their strength and conditioning, they're individually, they go off and do their own thing at the gym. But we all sort of kind of stay involved with what we're all doing.
Brilliant. I don't know if you've heard the interview that I did with Richard Betty at the beginning of this podcast. I think it actually may be the very first episode, and we were talking, and one of the things that he said, I don't know how the question came about, but his answer was, you know, the best PT out there is probably the mum who has got into the industry, has got kids, understands, has got a bit of life experience, has you know, has a few things to juggle, so is quite organized. And I thought, yeah, that's an interesting, it's an interesting sort of person to pick. But I thought that's, you know, that probably, you probably fit that bill there, Steph, with the things that you've got to juggle. You know, you've got children, you've got family, you've got work, you know, and but you've got that life experience, and that is such an important element, I think, in terms of being a really relatable PT.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I guess, you know, I've come into this industry as, you know, I was a mature student. I was much older than, you know, a lot of the other students in there, but, you know, there was a wide range of
Yeah.
ages in there. But yeah, a lot of life experience and juggling lots of things. So I guess, you know, I'm aware of, you know, how busy life can be. So when people are coming to the gym and, you know, having a little chat and they're going, oh, you know, I'm just so busy, I've got all this stuff going on, I can kind of, you know, teach them a few little tricks on how to make it just that little bit easier to get to the gym, or how to work out. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I'll probably be picking your brains about those later.
Sure.
So in terms of your experience with AUT, you know, you've done the time on the floor before becoming a fully fledged PT. Has that been a useful experience?
Yes, I think so. So when I first did the course, I actually didn't know what I wanted to do.
Right.
It just kind of came about, you know, I've been wanting to do the course for about 10 years before I did it. And I'd come from a very stressful job, took a break, and I went, hey, this is the perfect time to do the course. So I did it. And I wasn't even sure if I was going to work in the industry. I thought I'll just do the course and take it from there.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. And then, yeah, managed to, you know, get a few jobs within the industry. And yeah, just kind of going from that, I didn't really want to go straight into PTing. And I think becoming a fitness instructor was a really good step for me personally. So I guess learning more of working within a gym environment, and then yeah, just kind of seeing how things go within working in the gym. Um, yeah, so I think that was probably a better way to do it for me, and getting to know the members within the gym as well. So I've been in this particular role for, I think, 2 years now. It's gone really, really quickly. But yeah, getting to know the members, and you know, it just makes it a little bit easier for me talking to them about, you know, being a PT, and yeah, sort of getting people as clients that way.
Is that a tricky transition, because, you know, you're in that same space seeing the same people and you're shifting roles, and, you know, you may then be going, well, actually now it's this for my rate, and, you know, you're signing up for X amount or whatever it is. What's that transition like for you?
It is a little bit tricky. So yeah, it's just, I guess, getting clarification between what I do as a fitness instructor and the services that we provide through that role. And then on the other hand, what I do as a personal trainer and how that differs between the two. So obviously I'm doing both roles. So as a fitness instructor, I'm there from the, you know, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm
Right.
really pissed.
Yeah.
And then I'd be PTing pretty much straight after that. So
Right.
yeah, it's just getting clarification about those two roles, and the services that we provide, and I guess communicating that through to the members and going, this is the difference between the two. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so far so good in terms of them understanding that shift.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very early days. It's
Yeah.
pretty much what do we know? I guess my second week, having, you know, been given the go ahead to do it. So I'm still just talking to a few of the members, and, you know, just getting my own promotion out there through, you know, my own social media channels as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess, is there somewhere where you can promote your services as a standalone PT in that space as well?
Yes, yeah. So AUT will also be doing some marketing of the new PTs within that campus.
Okay, okay. So that sort of an outward communication to members will make it a bit clearer for them to go, oh, she's also a PT, so therefore
Yes.
you're wearing multiple hats during the day. But is there a shift in unit? Do you wear the same uniform, or can that change? How does that work?
Yeah, I would definitely be wearing my own uniform. So as a fitness instructor, I have an AUT branded uniform.
Right.
And then pretty much as soon as I finished that shift, put on my Coach Steph Lim uniform, and then yeah, that's my new hat, my new shirt, literally.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so that, I guess that in itself makes it much easier for people to kind of quickly identify which hat you're wearing, and
Yes.
what the expectation is of, services and so on from that point onwards.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, cool. So where do you see it going? It's early days, isn't it, I guess, but where do you see that role going with AUT?
Well, as I said, taking on this sports nutrition certification, I think that will open up things just that little bit more. So instead of just doing, exercise and training sessions with the clients, hopefully I can offer a little bit more in terms of a nutrition service to them as well.
Right.
And I don't know, offering other packages, or just, be able to do extra consultations and, give more advice around that.
Cool. So are you kind of, I guess once the study is done, you'll be able to start packaging those things and
Yeah,
making them
absolutely.
available. So you've probably got ideas in your mind of how that'll look, combined, standalone, all that,
Yeah. I haven't really thought too much about it at this stage. It's really only been in the last couple of weeks that I've really kind of thought more about the certification.
Right.
And just end of last week, it was like, yep, I'm definitely doing this. And just as of today, have just like actually registered for the course. So
Right.
yeah, they've just sent me the email with all the details of the book that they'll be using, and
Right.
the dates it's starting. So yeah, I'll probably
Okay.
do a little pre-reading and some studying before then.
Good. So who are you doing that with? Is it an organization, or do you do it online, or?
So it is online. I think there is some face-to-face for some assessments. It's through Sports Nutrition Association. So they have a worldwide, I think, organization, but they've also got contacts within New Zealand and Australia as well.
Yeah. So do you do most of that learning online in your own time, but is there a sort of timeline in terms of how quick you get through it?
They say it's about 14 to 18 weeks. And I think the 14 to 18 probably depends on how fast you can do those final assessments.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, it is right probably around January, February, around the summer break time. So yeah, I might be sitting on the beach studying or something.
Finishing it all off.
Yeah, giving, I don't know, nutrition consults on the beach or something.
That's a good idea. Why not?
It could be my niche.
So once you finish that sports component, what does that give you in terms of qualification with what you'd already previously done?
So my previous one is a diploma in nutrition. I was registered with the Clinical Nutrition Association in New Zealand.
Yeah.
This one, off the top of my head, I think it's called the Certificate of Applied Sports Nutrition.
Right.
Pretty sure that's what it's called.
Right. Okay. Excellent. So they're kind of standalone, that those two.
Yeah, I guess they do. I mean, the diploma one is 2 years and it's full-time. We did do a sports nutrition paper in it. However, I don't feel like it was enough, and I probably need a really good refresher right now.
Right.
And so I think working in the industry and seeing what's going on in the industry, I kind of know what I'm missing.
Sure.
And yeah, that's sort of why I sort of sought out, what else was out there. And came across this one.
Brilliant. I want to go back to what you talked about before in terms of that life experience, and people saying they haven't got enough time, and and having that experience yourself, you kind of know some of the solutions. What sort of what would the tips and tricks that you may bring to the table with clients who are challenged? They want this new health, but they don't have the time to achieve it. Where do you go?
Because I work at AUT, it's a university. So I guess half of the people that I would see would be students. And we go through goal setting with them when they start at the gym, what they want out of, maybe a program that we're putting together for them. And we also say, what's one thing something else that you think might be a bit of a challenge for you. And a lot of the time it's, it's a time commitment, it's a schedule, it's actually getting to the gym. And I'll say to them, look, you've got a schedule of your timetable for classes and you make those classes. So in that schedule, write down, okay, I've got an hour here. I'm going to go to the gym here. I'm going to go to the gym here, here, and here, whether it's 2, 3, 4 times a week, wherever you can fit it in. And if you're looking at doing, an early morning session and you generally struggle to get up in the morning and get to the gym, get everything prepared the night before. So for me, I start really early in the morning. I have everything prepared the night before. So I'm not actually having to, find my clothes. I've got a pile there that's ready to go. Everything's set out for me, ready to go. And it just makes things so much easier. You just do as much as you can. So, if they're looking at going to the gym, get all of that sorted. And it just, it makes it easy because you pretty much just roll out of bed, your clothes are right there. You're not having to find your shoes, find your favorite gym top, find your bottle and all that sort of stuff. If it's all ready to go, it just makes it so much easier. And, a bunch of them actually live so close. It's pretty much roll out of bed, get dressed, walk across the road and you're at the gym. But yeah, definitely being prepared and, booking in those sessions within your schedule just to make things a little bit easier.
Lucky students. I mean, having somebody like you on their side.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, what I love, one of my favorite members at the gym would be absolute gym newbies.
Right.
And those who, had maybe never been in the gym before, who aren't that confident. And I just want to make it a really welcoming space for them to go, hey, this is a safe place for me to come. And, I can do my workouts here without being intimidated by, someone who's lifting heavy or, they have no idea what equipment to use or where to go or what to do. So I like to, get them in there, get them feeling comfortable, and then to a point where they're confident to come in and just, they can go to all areas of the gym and not be intimidated by anyone really.
Fantastic. Very welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that normal for students? And I presume because they're living nearby, they're studying at the same place as well?
Usually, yeah. So AUT, we've got the 3 campuses. We've got gyms on all 3 campuses as well.
Yeah.
So you can go to any of the other gyms with your membership. So yeah, most of them, if they are staying within the accommodation in the city, they'd be studying in the city as well.
Okay. That's good. I don't ever remember being that close to a gym when I was a student. I think I missed out. That would have been awesome. I would have kept things going so much better if I'd had that sort of support when I was a student.
Yeah, I would have loved that as well.
Yeah.
I may not have ended up right here now, but that would have been really cool back then.
So I guess in terms of AUT, do you see that being a long-term career? Do people hang around at AUT? Obviously, it's a strong established educational place, but is it somewhere where you can really grow into that role and become a sort of a senior member of that establishment?
Yeah, I think so. I would hate to leave it because it's such, I mean, all of us, at work, we're a work family. Everyone just gets along so well, and we have a lot of fun working with each other. Yeah, I would hate to leave actually. Yeah.
Sounds like a really good community.
Yeah, I think it is. So yeah, even just within the work family, that's really awesome. But even just the members as well, it's a really nice community within the gym. You see the regulars who know everyone else. Obviously some of them maybe even are working in the same department as well. But yeah, you see that camaraderie between the members. They come in and they joke with each other, and there's people from all ages. You've got the young students who are brand new to Auckland City. They may have come from down the line somewhere, making new friends, and then you've got some of the older regular guys who they work in different departments within the university. Yeah, they're regulars, and some of them work out together as well. But it's a really, really nice community within.
Yeah, very cool. So what percentage roughly would the academic staff and students be in terms of the gym membership, and then that leaves an amount for the public as well? Is that right? There's public.
Yep. So we do have community memberships. I would say the community memberships are smaller, and then to be honest, I don't really know. It'd probably be about 50-50 for the remainder for students. Yeah.
Right.
I guess it's about an equal amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are the students incentivized? Like, is there a student rate because they're poor students and they're just studying at the moment?
Yeah. So for students, it's $10 a week, which is very reasonable. And yeah, they've got access to all 3 gyms across the 3
Really?
campuses.
And that's a full service gym as well, isn't it? It's not a it's not a discount type place that hasn't got everything.
We do have most things.
Yeah. Because that's used for some of the students when they're actually studying as well, right? So they'll use the facilities when they've got practical stuff to do.
It's mostly the North Campus gym. So North Campus over in Northcote, that's where you do the weekend courses when you're studying the personal training short course.
Right.
And they have a very small gym upstairs, which is for teaching, but the main gym downstairs, they'll use that occasionally as well.
Okay, I didn't know that. I was aware that you had the 3 different sites. I had a chat to Aaand a few episodes back, and that was interesting. She was full of bubbles, told me all about it.
Yep, just listened to that one.
Oh yeah, good. But I didn't realize there was that emphasis on the North Shore for those weekend students and so on. Okay.
Yeah, North Shore's the much bigger campus. They've got the stadium with the 2 courts as well, so all different indoor sports. I think they've got a golf clinic out the back, and it's more of a teaching environment there too.
Right. Yeah. So in terms of rates that you charge as a PT as opposed to what you're paid as a gym instructor, are you enabled to charge what you think you're worth, or are there some parameters that they set in terms of rates that clients get charged? How does that work?
So at the moment, I'm signed up there as an apprentice PT, and that's something that Aaand did talk about in your chat with her. So that's where they give us a lot of support around it.
Yeah.
And so the client pays the gym for the PT session, and then the gym takes a percentage of that, as opposed to a contractor. So with the apprentice program, the gym sets the rate for a half-hour or 1 hour session. As a contractor, which I'll eventually do, we would pay the gym the rent, and then we can charge whatever we want.
Gotcha.
But then, you've got to figure out, well, there's students there, so you've got to make it, affordable for the students as well.
Yeah. You'd probably need different rates for different people, wouldn't you, in that situation, especially if you had large student population or large, retired population or whatever it may be to cater.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So going back to what you talked about earlier in terms of being organized, having your things ready, there's some super tips there for people, and I think that applies to most people in terms of getting themselves organized and making it as easy as possible, reducing that friction. Any other gems that you've sort of hit upon over the time that you've been doing it yourself and helping other people?
Just, I think, find something that you enjoy doing. So, some people go, is it better to work out in the morning or the evening? Well, work out whenever you're actually going to do it. So if you're less likely to work out in the evening, go work out in the morning instead. Yeah, just make things easier for yourself. But you definitely find something that you enjoy doing. So just recently, AUT have brought in a boxing trainer, and they're running an 8-week course. Boxing is something that I love to do for fitness.
Okay.
And yeah, so we're on our 3rd week now, and we've been doing that, and it is it's a tough workout.
Yeah.
But we have, I have so much fun.
Cool.
You know, I'm in there and, you know, we're just laughing so much. I think the ab workout is mostly from the laughing. It's just so much fun. So find something that you enjoy doing. So
Yeah.
it may be, you know, for some people, it may be group exercise and dance. So, you know, maybe going to Zumba classes is great for you. But yeah, just find something that works just for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And I think the AM PM thing's a big one too, isn't it? Because, you know, we've kind of brought up to believe that we should all be up early in the morning and, you know, out the door exercising, and that just doesn't work for some people, does it?
Absolutely. Yeah. And it depends on your lifestyle, your home situation as well. You know, you may
Yeah.
have young kids that wake up at that time and you'd be having to get up at a ridiculous hour even before that. So yeah, just do what works for you. If you do have kids, then you know, work it around that. Go
Yeah.
to the park with your kids and have a run around and do
Yeah.
some, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So when you get to that stage where you're contractor, have you got a name for the business?
I've just been using Coach Steph PT,
Okay.
just because, and I think this started from when I was working at Iron Up. The kids call all the coaches Coach, whatever your
Ah,
name is.
yes.
So yeah, I just had Coach Steph down, and that's just pretty much what I've used so far. Phoenix Nutrition is something that I had when I was doing my nutrition business. I love the symbolism of the phoenix, so rebirth, renew,
Right.
regeneration, and around nutrition, I felt that that really fitted in really well. And within you know, Chinese culture as well, the phoenix is like the
Mm,
female form as opposed to the dragon, which is the male form.
mm,
So being Chinese and
mm.
female, then yeah, the phoenix is really fitted in. Um, so yeah, I've got you know, a really cool Phoenix logo that I'll probably
Yeah.
use as well. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
just getting kind of all that put
That
together.
sounds like it's there. Sounds like it's
Yeah.
the phoenix is staying.
Yes.
And actually, you know, the pH sort of rhymes with the F for fitness. So
Yep.
you could
And
have,
an epiphany
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
true. So it works on many levels. And then you could slip the fitness in between Phoenix and nutrition. And that once you finished your quals, you know, that could be the perfect combo.
Yep. Yep. A lot of alliteration going on in there, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, no, it's always easier to remember.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So thank you so much for your time, Steph. Thanks for your insights. It's been really good to chat today and find out a lot more about AUT. I mean, obviously, Erin did set the scene with a lot of the stuff that she talked about, but from her point of view, whereas interesting to get it from your point of view from a different role. So
You'll have to come visit someday, Rich.
I should, yes, yeah. I just need to get over that bridge. Just don't do it enough. But yeah, I'd love to. Actually, I know. Seriously, I will make a point of doing that. So thanks, Steph. That would be great.
Yeah, come
All
visit.
right. Yeah, brilliant. Well, thanks very much, and I will catch you next time.
Cool. Thank you,
Cheers.
Rich.
See ya.
Bye.